Hey, it's Anke. Um, so could we just stop talking about abundance for 5 minutes and like get real with each other? I don't even know what I'm gonna say, but I guess by not talking about abundance, I'm still talking about it. But it's been such a huge topic lately. It's been such a big thing that's on like everybody's mind, and everyone wants to make more money and have more stuff and have more freedom and have more, more. And it's great. And it's wonderful to remember to be grateful, that we need to be grateful for all the things that we have, for all the things that are coming to us, that are coming our way, that are, in the vortex of manifestation and all of that. It's great. And I'm super grateful for it. And I also just want to, I don't know, I want to like take a pause, and I need to, of course, check my own limiting beliefs about what abundance I can have and what abundance I can manifest. I guess I have a little bit of a critical eye on it too, like what does that really mean to you? Like, what does abundance really mean to you? And, you know, what if, we all just stop like focusing on it so much right now? Like, it's such a huge topic, and I almost feel like focusing on it so much is actually, for a lot of people, magnifying the feeling of lack, because we don't know how to uh, turn it into a feeling of actual abundance. We're like trying to cultivate abundance, and we still are, no matter what, practices and affirmations and various systems we're using, even though we know, like most of us who are like on this path of, um, you know, spiritual manifestation, whatever, are pretty aware of what's, how to manifest, how not to manifest. Like, don't focus on the lack, focus on what you're grateful for, blah, blah, blah. Right. And then we all have our unconscious blocks over here, and we all have our limiting beliefs over there, and our ancestral stuff over here. And it's all relevant, and it's all totally there. And, our upper limit, our glass ceiling, it's all part of it. And I have it too, big time, for sure. So, that's why I'm so aware of it. And I'm like in the flow of you know, constantly attracting things to myself. Like, my inbox is just, oh, this abundance thing and that. And I'm like, I just am at the point where I'm like, can I just stop thinking about it and just live my life and do my thing? And like, trust that abundance will come to me if I do that, because I can't fucking focus on it anymore. Like, I don't want to do any more workshops. I don't want to do any more classes. I don't want to take any more seminars. And not that those things haven't been helpful for me. Like, they have. They've been a very important, very integral part of my personal journey, and I'm grateful for them. And I think everything you encounter, whether you choose to interact with it or not, or like what level you choose to like interact with it on or not, is influential to your journey, to your experience of the process of your life. So, what's my point? I don't know. I'm tired. I'm dealing with it. And it's like I got to the same point with food, where I do work as a nutrition therapist, and it's kind of funny because I had to get to a point where I was being so like restrictive with myself around food and around what I could and couldn't have, and it's very small intestine in the Chinese energetic system in that way, and also not letting go of things and whatever. Anyway, that I was being so restrictive with myself, I wasn't enjoying my fucking life. Like, I couldn't just go out and enjoy food with people and not be worried about it. And it's not like, it's not like I don't think that there aren't certain things that are and aren't healthy for you, but I just don't know if it's like with the events thing, like how much energy do you really want to put into focusing on that? Like, yes, you need to learn how to nourish yourself properly. You need to learn what nourishes you food wise and on all levels, right? And like learn how to incorporate those things into your life. That is important. But you need to also not turn it into an obsession. Like, which a lot of people do. They turn it into an obsession. They turn it into a religion. Like my diet, like I'm vegan or I'm, paleo or whatever it is. Like it becomes this fucking like obsession, and it's not healthy. It's like it's really important to follow what you feel is right for you and for your body. And that is super important. And if you do resonate with one of those things, with one of those systems the most, then that's great. But like, don't be afraid to give yourself a little leeway. So like, this is what I did, maybe 6 months ago. I decided to go on the Fuck It diet. And that's what I called it based on, I think, like a show with Margaret Show that I saw years and years ago where she was talking about that. And I'll see if I can find a clip of that and like put a link in it, a link to it in under the video. But she was just like, I just decided to go on a Fuck It diet. and what's really funny is then I'd been doing this for months and months, and like that's what I was calling it, and just eating intuitively, and I did gain weight. It's true, because I've been so restrictive and I've been cutting out like certain food groups and certain things that like my metabolism just wasn't used to it. And I wasn't also used to necessarily eating that much food, so I did gain weight. So if you're coming to someone just to lose weight, I may not be your ideal practitioner. I can help you with that, but I won't be helping with you with it from like a traditional perspective, if that makes sense. So that's what I was calling it. And then, maybe about a month ago, I stumbled across some article online that took me to this woman, Caroline Dooner, and I'll put a link to her stuff here too. And she actually has a page called the Fuck It Diet. And I was like, oh my God, somebody is actually doing this. That's amazing. And I love what she's doing. So I want to give her a little plug and a little heads up here too, because, 100th monkey, whatever, collective consciousness, I feel like, yeah, like I was doing that already, and then she created a whole awesome program around it. So you should definitely check out her program and what she's saying, because it's pretty amazing stuff. Getting your life back. And I'll say that like gaining weight is hard. I don't like it. I want to be thinner. I do. And I recognize, how, especially as a woman, there's thin privilege in our culture. And, it's kind of the same, again, as abundance. Like, there's abundance privilege, right? Like, I mean, more we would relate that specifically to money privilege, but like money buys you privilege. And when you don't have as much money or access to certain kinds of abundance, then you don't get the privileges that go along with those things. And it's the same thing with, thinness and perceived beauty in our culture. And, it's like, oh, I feel weird saying that, as a white middle class woman who is, generally considered to be sort of attractive by our cultural standards. But whatever, I get to say whatever I want. And I am overweight according to our cultural standards a little bit. But I am also taking better care of myself of my own accord, like not punishing myself into doing it or forcing myself into doing it, but just doing it because I want to, than like I ever have before in my life. And I've been involved in health and wellness for years. For years, I've been involved in this stuff, and I've been exploring it. And I've done every diet almost out there. Probably not every single one, but I've done a lot of them. And lifestyle, diet, whatever you want to call it. And, honestly, it's so much better when like the root of it is just self-love and self-care. When you just want to care for yourself because you love yourself and you want to do what feels good. And, it's like years ago, I used to think, oh, I have to meditate because, when I finally meditate, then I'll be okay because meditation is going to fix all my issues. And I couldn't get myself to do it. And when I let that go, I was just like, you don't have to meditate. Like, there's nothing wrong with you. Um, same with exercise, like forcing myself into exercising because like, my body is not where I want it to be. I'm not as fit as I want to be, and I have to like trudge through these workouts to like force myself into this fucking like box. And it's like, no, I actually really like both of those things. I love meditation and I love exercise. Like I love my yoga practice and I love working out. Like I really do. And I've gotten, even though I'm a little overweight, because of the eating and the food and where my metabolism is at, I am in better shape than I've been in years because I love exercising and it's getting better and better all the time. Like the more I just let go of it, I'm just like, oh, I want to do it, like, because it's fun and it makes me feel good. It makes me feel sexy. It makes me feel in my body. Like no matter what weight I'm at, if I am exercising from like a joyful place, from a place of like this is a practice that supports me and makes me feel good and that allows me to enjoy living in my body, like fuck yeah. Sorry for all the fucks in this video, but I'm just in that mode right now apparently. But in meditation too, like now I love it. It's like a ritual that grounds my day. I have my altar set up like right next to my bed. So I literally like, I mean, I'll pee first and whatever if I have to. But like I can just roll out of bed, plop on a meditation cushion, light some candles and do all my my chants, my rituals, all this. I do a bunch of different things, but sitting meditation is like the ground from which all of that stems. And then there's contemplative dance, which I teach too, and I fucking love that practice. And I want to thank my teacher Barbara Dilly because she is amazing for creating this practice. Integrates meditation with dance and movement. That it's improvisational and that comes from deep within you, from your stillness. It's amazing. It's helped me heal so much. So I guess the point of this video is like kind of like let it go. Fuck it. Like we don't need to worry about abundance so much. Like we just need to do what we really want to do. And like, yeah, you want to make money and you want to have a happy life and you want to have like freedom and financial freedom and all of those things. Like, yes, like do it. Like, but don't worry about it so much. And like, you don't have to put so much emphasis on it. Like, even if it's not worry, even if it's like striving or trying or like doing a lot of things, even without that, like, you don't have to. You just don't. You just have to relax and live your life and do your thing and like do the things that you know are going to help bring you money, right? And do the things that you know are going to help bring in the other things that you want in your life and definitely put it out there to the universe. Like, this is what I want. But that's all you really need. Like, you just need to know what you want and kind of declare it to yourself. And then God or the universe or whatever you want to call it hears you. Like, that's it. That's all you need to do. And it might take a while. I don't know. Like, I'm not rich, so I can't speak to that one. I'm not one of those abundance gurus, and I don't know if I ever will be. I hope I'll have more money one day. I hope I will be living in greater abundance than I am now, but I have so much right now, and I'm so grateful for all of that. So that part, yeah. And I'm so grateful for like being in a place of enough self-love to do the things for myself that support me as much as I can. And to let myself relax and chill out when I need to. Because that also is so important. Take space for yourself. to serve yourself, to treat yourself right, and then that vibration, that love that you cultivate for yourself, that self-nourishment emanates out to your friends, your clients, the world, everybody. So rock it, rock the self-love, and I love you so much. I'm so glad you're watching me. I hope this helps you in some way. It's helping me to talk about it. So I love you very much, and I will see you next time.